जयति हरिरचिन्त्य सर्वदेवैका वन्द्यः परम गुरुरभीष्टा वाप्तिदः सज्जनानां निखिल गुणगणार्णो नित्य निर्मुक्त दोषः सरसिज नयनोऽसौ श्रीपतिर्मानदो नः. My dear spiritual aspirants and students, today I am in front of you to share one of my experiences which I cannot forget throughout my life. It was a memorable event. The Chancellor of Purna Prajna Vidyapita, Sri Vishweshtirtha Swamiji, who established such a kind of Vidyapita for spiritual sciences and started such a kind of a great legacy, was on the one side. On the other side, Adamaru Swamiji, Vibhudesha Tirtha, who has established the colleges, various educational institutions of the worldly knowledge, was on the other side. Adamaru Swamiji had called all Vidyapita students to his place named as Gubbi. We were the students of Vedanta. Many teachers were there. Even those who excelled in Srimad Nyayasudha and other works were there. All were called to Gubbi, where he resided for a longer time during his leisure hours, and some kind of chat was going on. On one side, a stalwart in spiritual sciences. On the other side, a stalwart in the new educational reforms and institutions. In between them, we were sitting. Chatting was going on, and suddenly Adamar Swamiji put a question to all Vedanta students. He said in the beginning, I will ask you one question. Without taking even a second, you should answer that question. If you answer that question, then only you are fit to be the students of Vedanta. He said. All were stunned. Not only we, those who were studying Srimad Nyayasudha, Nyayamruta, all were stunned by a sudden surprise questioning session. Pedar Swamiji was smiling and looking at us. Our juniors were also looking at us, what question may be asked like that. Adamar Swamiji, known for his way of questioning in such a sarcastic mood, he asked, tell to me suddenly, within a moment, what is the central message of Bhagavadgita as suggested by Madhvacharya, who has written Gita Bhashya and Gita Tatparya? Tell me fast, he said. We were not prepared. It was a sudden, surprising question session. Some of our teachers told, Swakarmana tamabhyartya siddhim vindati manavaha. Men who do their duties sincerely, they gain perfection. Like that. Perhaps in their mind, they were looking at Pejaur Swamiji, who stood as an example to it and achieved perfection in his own way, and many others who by doing their duties achieved perfection. But Admar Swamiji, senior Swamiji, he did not accept it suddenly. Others were telling that following Sharanagati is the great dharma. Like that others were telling. Swami said, no, you are the students of Dvaita Vedanta. You should not take this much time. Like that he was telling. And someone raised the hand and said, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Abandon all kind of Avaishnavite dharmas and surrender to him is the central message of Bhagavad Gita. Admar Swamiji smiled and said, what Madhvacharya has said as the central message of Bhagavad Gita? Tell me. Like that. We were not in such an expert mood to answer within a moment. Someone in our group raised the voice slowly and said, he murmured. Admar Swamiji pointed towards him and told, tell it louder, that is the answer I wanted. Like that he told. Then the boy gained the courage, stood among us and said the sentence, Narayana Dvit Tadanubandhi Nigrahaha Kshatriyanam Paramo Dharmaha Tadviruddaha Sarvopi Adharmaha. Madhvacharya, while starting Bhagavad Gita Bhashya, he explored the essence of entire Bhagavad Gita. He has written two works, one by name Gita Bhashya, another name by Gita Tatparya. Such a kind of person has explored the essence of the Bhagavad Gita and said, Narayana Dvit Tadanubandhi Nigrahaha Kshatriyanam Paramo Dharmaha. The great dharma for the Kshatriyas is Narayana Dvit Tadanubandhi Nigrahaha. Punishing those who hate Vishnu and Vaishnavas. That is the great dharma of the Kshatriyas. Tadviruddaha sarvopya dharmaha. Anything disturbing this main theme, main principle, which is very much needed for the survival of the society, all are adharma. Like that. The Swamiji clapped at him and said, that is the answer I wanted. And he said, Vishnu, who is Sarvakarta and also known as Sthitikarta, wants always the prosperity of the world. We should do our duty for the prosperity of the world and soul upliftment. That can be done only by upholding and following the principles leading to those who disturb the society. Narayana Dvit Tananubandhi. Those who disturb the peace and prosperity of the normal life. Kshatriyanam Paramo Dharmaha Nigraha. For Kshatriyas or for the rulers or administrators, Paramo Dharmaha. That is the Parama Dharma. Tadviruddaha. Anything disturbing to this main principle is adharma. So Arjuna, now it is your duty to fight against Kauravas. That is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Like that. You are all there. Swamiji was smiling in his own way. Senior Pejaur Swamiji was there. He was smiling and telling, he himself has written Gita Sarodhara, which has been published and reprinted more than 7 times, and lakhs of students have read it and digested it. He was also saying that is the central message of Bhagavad Gita. So the central message of Bhagavad Gita is, do your work for the prosperity of the society and for the soul upliftment. Anything disturbing the normal life or prosperity of the world means that is adharma, and they should be punished by those who have been given power. Either he may be a teacher, he may be a police officer, or he may be a good administrator, or he may be a student, or may be a warden of the hostel. Anything leading to the prosperity and peace of the system should be supported. Anything disturbing to it, it may be minute or it may be in a maximum way, all such things should be observed, supervised, and should be punished. Then prosperity of the society will be there. This is the message of Bhagavad Gita. That senior Swamiji who established Purna Prajna educational institutions in such a way. We looked at him twice, we looked at him thrice, and we realized him as Purna Prajna. That was the master stroke of senior Admar Swamiji, who understood Shastras and interpreted in such a way which are valid forever. I think the central message of Bhagavad Gita is what Madhvacharya has said seems to be the main principle, and supporting elements are we should do our duty for the prosperity of the society and the upliftment of the soul. For the upliftment of the soul means he never tell lies, he never accept bribes, he himself never takes rest unnecessarily in the name of rest or laziness. He works hard and he pleases the Lord. That is the message of the Bhagavad Gita. Many other internal messages may be there. They are all built on the floor of this basic principle. And I often say to my beloved spiritual aspirants, keep this in mind at all the times, and Gita Acharya will be pleased with this. Shri Krishnarpanam Astu.